I know. You see.
Hello! Boy, that was a mission in itself. Thank you guys for joining us for Heathens and
Sorry.
Heroes, episode 4. Sorry, let me turn on the music here. Okay. Welcome to Heathens and Heroes, episode 4. Sorry for the delay, sorry for the trouble, but we finally got everything sorted out. Thank you so much for joining us. As always, I am joined by the wonderful cast of Heathens and Heroes, and we are all great friends and buddies and ready to go. First up to go is Troy. Troy, how you doing tonight?
Doing good. How you guys doing tonight? Want to say a special shout out to the Sad Ghouls Club for these awesome swag as you see forth on Etsy. Effie has a page called Sad Ghouls Club. Check it out. It's awesome. And again, if Felicia Day is in on this Discord and or stream, love you. Love you.
Shoutouts for the inspiration.
And always at the top of the screen, top left, we have Esteban. Esteban, how you doing today?
What's up, dudes? I'm excited because I got all my PC parts, and that means I'm gonna be able to actually stream pretty soon, fairly well. Got my new monitor, all that set up, and yeah, I hope not to die today. Hopefully.
well, we'll see what happens here. And of course, our dungeon master for this wonderful campaign, who put this all together, our wonderful dungeon master Matt. How you doing, man?
Pretty good, pretty good. Happy to get in my weekly session. You know, it's my need, and also excited to start actually working on y'all's character art, so we can have some references for other people who want to do fan art and things like that. So that's been super stoked. Super stoked.
Excellent.
Also, we haven't introduced ourselves as
That's
our
going to
characters.
be
Our characters.
at the start of this episode. Don't worry,
Yeah.
I got you.
Um,
Because I usually do it in person because it's like I think about it while I'm in person, but I see your icons in this game, so I don't think about it. But we'll do that this time.
fair enough. Fair enough.
It always slips our mind. It always slips our mind.
Yeah.
But again, thank you guys for tuning in for episode 4 of Heathens and Heroes. And without further ado, I think I will let Matt, our dungeon master, take it away from here. And Matt, go ahead.
Last time in the Underdark, Troy, Mr. Ramos, are you in the game? I don't have your little name in my players section.
I'm in.
Oh, okay. Well then, nope. There you are. There you are. Okay. Had to make sure.
Come
Had
in.
to make sure. 'Cause don't want nothing else. All right. So last time in the Underdark, our little group of adventurers and survivors who had found themselves captured by the Drow had a wonderful stay in Velkenvir, a hanging prison beneath or above the ground in a series of stalactites. Using a wonderful distraction started by Ramos, they all managed to bust out of prison, out of the guard tower, down, surprisingly to their, moments, uh, and into and through the webs, where at least half of the prisoners escaped, who they were left with Darendel, Eldith, and Ront, while the others they had seen were being accosted by the mistress of Velkenvir, Ilvara Mizrim, who has been a little bit of a pain to all of them. And she was seen floating there in the skies outside of the guard post, summoning giant spiders to try and deal with the other prisoners. But they had taken their rope, and maybe they had escaped as well. We don't know. But the group that had managed to make their way deeper into the bowels of the Underdark, managing to slip past the Drow and seemingly to stay ahead of them. They made their way past a few beetles, but luckily, thanks to some good sights and stealth rolls, they managed to avoid causing any trouble with them. And after pushing for a few more hours, Kragor, along with Eldith, found food for the night, at least, via disgusting looking ripple bark, a type of fungus that was sort of gray and almost like rotted flesh. And it's terrible uncooked, little bit better cooked, but it's at least sustenance. They had nothing to contain any water in, but they did manage to see some in the same cavern and at least get a little bit of to drink for the day, even if not to carry any water with them for the moment. And with that, you all found a relatively safe cavern in a little crevice that you could all relax in and try to get yourselves a nice long rest, as it's been a long day filled with all sorts of trials and tribulations. And so you now find yourselves in this dark-ish area, at least lit by the globules of light left by Kragor, uh, but otherwise quiet, aside from the faint bits of bats or other small flying insects, or the faint sounds of the centipede-like creatures and their skittering legs making their way from one crevice to another in this little cave you found. And you all unload what you do have, find yourself a nice corner, and begin to relax for the evening. Would you like to be set up watches as you all begin to go to relax, or are you just going to try and sleep through the night?
Watches. Because you never know.
All right,
I'll
then who
do.
would like? Oh, Ramos.
I will take the first watch.
Very well.
I'm already
No,
So-
I'll go
sleeping.
second.
I'm already asleep.
All right,
Nando,
all right.
he got all the food. He deserves a rest. Cragor, my bad. Nando, you're with me.
I'll
By
take
the
my
way,
watch.
by the way, let's thank our dungeon master for that wonderful picture painting of the scene.
I
That was
know.
great, man.
You're welcome. You're welcome. I totally forgot it
Honor.
was a thing.
Connor, click on the screen. Connor, click on the screen.
Click on the screen.
Oh,
yes.
look at.
Oh, look, we're back.
Oh,
I thought he was gonna do that. I'm sorry.
I did too. I didn't click the screen, so it was
That-
still Elvira just
that
chilling there.
Elvira thing was really cool, man.
That was awesome. Yes, yes.
So, as everybody else kind of goes down to go and take a nap, with Darendil curling up like a large, fuzzy, slightly blue dog at the base of Kragor's feet. Eldith and Ront on opposite sides of the small cavern, just trying to get comfortable. Ramos, you take point at the little pathway that you all had to squeeze into to get into this section. And as you stand there and keep an eye forward, I would like you to describe your character. Tell us what class you are, and just a general description of your character for everybody who's watching.
Boy, just kidding. My character is Ramos. I am a warrior. I am of royal blood, and by royal blood, my father was the chieftain of our people. My brother was slain in a murder, and I avenged him. And as I was going to pay my debt of going to jail, I was taken. On the outside, I'm a broad man with big shoulders, big chest. I have my family's crest tattooed right here on my shoulder, all across to the other side. Long black hair with a darkish tan, brown eyes with a hint of gold honey. And I will protect my fellow men with me, as they are fellow warriors.
So, as you relax there, I would like you to roll me a perception for your keeping watch.
Tonight.
All right. Strong start. As you also had a long day for yourself between all the stabbing and the spiders and the falling and things like that. So you
I don't like that.
Just-
Every time that pops up, nope.
uh, you say at the side, trying your best to stay awake through the entirety of your shift, but there are these occasional moments where you kind of catch yourself lulling a little bit and then kind of start yourself back up once more. And as one of those times when you're lulling, you kind of hear the faint in the distance, and you kind of tense up for a moment, waiting to see if there are any footsteps, any other sounds. Maybe it was the echo of some rocks just kind of falling. Maybe it was a creature. You're not sure. But after about 5 to 10 minutes, you hear nothing else, and your shift goes by silent, unimpeded. Nandor said he would take the second shift, so if you would like, after 2 hours about on shift, you can, go over, nudge Nandor awake as well.
What? Huh? What's going on?
It's your turn, Nando.
Oh, okay.
My watch has ended.
All right. A bit over dramatic, but sure, why not? Go to sleep.
Your turn. Slap.
I dodge.
As you do a quick little out of the way to kind of and brush a little bit of the dirt off of you, would you describe yourself as you walk over to the entrance as well?
Okay. 1 second. Well, hi guys. I'm Nandor. Let's just say that when I was young, I was taken, but I grew to care for my captors, and we ended up being, a group of not thieves, but thieves. That's all I'm gonna say about that. Anyways,
Highwayman.
I'm about 5'6", kind of like a lean frame, kind of silver reddish hair. Um, let's see, what else? And not like a fully grown beard, but like kind of patchy, but not entirely, like almost full. Um, got like I'm like this type of color, like my skin, right? I have medium to like medium length hair, like kind of spiked up. What else? I have like what is it? Like light hazel, right?
Hmm.
I believe. And I'm ripped as fuck. So yeah.
Not like me, but he's getting there. He's getting there.
Lean ripped versus stock rip.
Also,
Uh,
I'm 5'6". My guy isn't like that big. Just to give you a little heads up. We're
uh,
short people.
nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. So as you're there, would you also give me a perception check for your shift as well?
Man, I sure do hope nothing comes at me out of nowhere. I say out loud.
As he
Ah, fuck.
rolls.
Rolls an unnatural one, even better. So you keep an eye out and you start to nod off. And the next thing you know, you kind of feel a poking at your rib a little bit. As you look down, you can see Eldith at your side, just kind of like, I was kind of thinking I was gonna be woken up or something, but no one ever came. Are you okay over here?
What?
Uh, don't you worry about it, hun. Just go rest. I'll watch the last hour. Don't worry.
I'll do that.
As you gather that you might have fallen asleep for maybe 3 to 4 hours.
Shit. That's Nandor.
Who else but Nandor?
The bard.
Uh, and so after a little bit longer, each of y'all are slowly woken up, minus Ront. She doesn't wake up Ront. She lets someone else do that privilege. But she wakes
Great
each of
Lord.
you up about an hour later.
Fair enough.
And you can all now roll your long rest. So like where you went to the short rest, you can now click long rest. Nandor, I'm not sure if for you it recovers your spell slots automatically, so we'll see whenever we do it. I know it should, but first time with Foundry.
Where was it again?
So
Right under
Up
hit
under
dice.
your hit dice, yeah,
Yeah.
what they said.
Above my hit dice? Oh,
Right
under.
Below it.
Left.
Should
Okay.
say long rest. And check if it refilled your spell slots. If
Yep.
not,
Every single one.
excellent. And make sure it also refilled your bardic inspiration. Just because feeling out.
My spell book is back to
Yep.
normal or nothing. All right.
You've got your action surge.
Yeah.
So, as each of y'all wake, Eldith kind of says, "So, I didn't really hear or see anything out there. As I, as far as I know, it's all safe.
Guys,
Kinda,
all I know is I, dude, I swear I stayed up all night. I was like the most vigilant person. I saw I saw like the tiniest things to the biggest things. Luckily there was no big things.
Oh.
But don't worry, I got this, guys.
Uh,
Don't worry.
Oh
roll
yeah.
me a deception, Mister
Luck.
Nandor."
I was gonna go.
Yeah.
Can I tap on Eldith and just talk some shit?
Oh no,
Wow.
he sounds super honest, and
Yeah,
Eldith
alright.
like
Super good.
gives you a brief look, Nandor,
And then a
but
wink.
then quickly she's like, "All right, I'll let you have it. You got me out."
Uh,
So, and then you hear Darendil speak up in Elven. So I don't think Ramos you understand, but the other two of you do. And he goes,
What is it,
"So, where are we going? We're going up, yes."
yes, we're going up in Elvish, obviously. We're going up to Eldeth's family's house, actually.
I
I
think that's a
hope
good
that-
idea.
I hope it is soon. This dust is not good for my coat.
Well,
That's random.
don't worry, your lover here could fix that. Don't you worry.
What? Hey, what do you mean by that, Nandor? What's that supposed
We
to
all
mean?
know
dude,
you
like a
two have
baby.
a buddy
Hey,
spot.
Hey,
no, this is
I
no buddies.
I have a life debt. Okay, he saved my life. That is all this is. There's no romance to this. Okay, I
Alright.
have everlasting love for Darendel.
Look, all I'm saying is you got to read the context, all right?
It's 20 years after the last death of the king. I mean, it's okay. Time for change. It's okay.
Darendil does say, "Don't worry. Once we get to the kingdom of Nelril, God, it's such a long word, Nelrin Denvain, then I will be able to repay you once I am returned to my normal form."
Yeah, you see, he's gonna repay me.
We can't dig down.
Wait, what do you mean by that, Darendel? You know what? I'm not worried about it. let's just. I don't even want to know. Let's just get out of here, okay?
Oh,
Or-
okay. I
Nandor-
go.
Nandor, you
I'm
gotta
gonna
save
go wake
me.
up my little buddy. Hey, buddy, it's time to go. Come on.
All right. Let's go. Let's go.
So as all of y'all slowly kind of squeeze out, what marching order would you like to go in for today? Ramos,
I'll
did you want to
go-
be up in front again?
I'll be up front again.
All
I
right.
want to be right behind Ramus because I can see kind of better in the night, just to give him a little extra perspective.
Okay.
I'll be in the middle, or somewhere in the middle.
behind
Alrighty.
behind Gregor.
He's got to be somewhere where we can all hear his wonderful music while we're traveling. You know.
Yes, this is true.
All right. So I'll go ahead and set us up in this way, unless there's any other changes y'all would like to make. Unless that looks good.
Single
Alright.
file, no denial. You know what I mean? That's people say that, right? That's, I don't know.
Depends on,
Uh,
depends on your region.
and not every area is single file. This is just in case you run into a single file location. If it's not single file and we change the map, you can spread out as you please. But since you, Ratmas, are up in the front, kind of leading the way, keeping an eye out also with the dancing lights, which I imagine you recast upon waking, uh, you are keeping an eye, so I would like you to roll me a survival.
Hmm. This is different.
Woo.
Okay.
Fall through a fit.
Oh my
Hmm.
gosh.
All right.
Oh, it's gonna be one of those nights.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Bad at the beginning, but great at the end. Let's keep it up. Let's go.
It's all right. It's all right. Keeping it interesting. So, you continue traveling then, heading through these caves, and as you travel, you don't really see too much. A lot of this area seems like it is kind of this long expanse, shortening things, in between a variety of different locations. There is very few sign that anything has ever been chiseled or walked through in these paths, and it almost feels like y'all are the first ones to have walked in these dusty, uh, natural caverns in ages. And as you walk, you do see occasionally the location or the darkness is broken by small little bits of faint green light that are attached to the walls or the ceiling or the floor of this just very small thin patches of this bioluminescent fungus. It doesn't give off like enough of even to be a 5 foot glow, but it's enough that, especially here in the darkness, that one little bit of light, especially for you, Ramos, as you have no dark vision, it is nice to see something other than the gray and the little bits of almost ethereal dancing lights floating ahead of you. And as you travel, I would like you to also roll me or rather, I'll have all three of you, since you three are up in front. Roll me a perception as well.
Oh boy, this is my specialty.
Oh my god, dude. Yes.
Oh,
it
shit.
is. It is the specialty. Yeah.
So, as y'all walk,
That's a nat 20,
the
boy.
caverns kind of begin to widen a little bit. You go from this 10-foot expanse width to a little bit more of a 20 to 30-foot wide tunnel that gives y'all a little bit of breathing room and lets y'all stretch out a little bit. It is still rather bare, uh, and it is rather dull, except for you, Nandor. As y'all are walking, Gregor and Ramas, you are keeping your eyes forward, looking for hostiles, listening for sounds and things of that nature. And Nandor, you being in the middle, you've got a little bit more leeway than looking room. You're kind of doing the casual all around. And I'll say this is about 2 hours, 2.5 hours
Can
after
I
y'all.
can I do like kind of like just flavor, kind of like just
Yeah.
somehow my ears got bigger and I'm just like listening like to everything throughout the entire cave.
All right, all right. Yeah, you sprinkle a
Bet.
little minor illusion there to just get a little bat feeling going on. Uh,
I am the
And
night.
uh, as you're doing this, you hear this faint little bit of almost
I'm
like
not the
something
night.
something dripping.
It wasn't me.
And you turn and you can see in this little almost like alcove where the rock and the wall kind of makes just a little shadowed area. You can see that there is a figure of some sort kind of bunched up into the alcove. And with your natural 20, I will say you can also see that just you get the brief glint off of one of the dancing lights as it kind of flitters by, that it is a figure wearing chain armor. As you just get the glint off of metal and you see the slight
I say nothing. Keep walking.
darkish purple color of drow. And you also notice that there is a small pool of blood extending out from the alcove as well.
I say nothing and keep walking.
All right, all right. You
I'm joking.
all right? All right.
You can't.
Wait, you
You
don't
can't be
you don't
doing
have
that.
to say nothing, man. You
You
definitely
can't
He
do
thought it.
that.
He thought about it though. He thought about it.
Yeah, he was really thinking that. That was like, oh, here we go.
Uh, I'm like, hey, Ramos,
What? What is
there's
it?
a body over there. And I point in that direction.
So,
Hey, Ramos.
Nandor, you saw a thing.
I move Kragar out of the way. Ramos,
What? What is it?
there's a body over there.
There's a what?
Body.
Tell me,
A
and
body.
I can tell him.
There's a body. Okay, I pull my shield out from behind and I pull my sword.
He's
All right.
We're ready.
hiding. Oh, sure. Just keep walking.
It's called protection. We're gonna walk, but I'm going to be ready just in case.
Are you investigating the body or still walking past it, just more prepared?
More prepared. Walking past.
I'm gonna investigate it.
Oh my god.
All right. All right. So you get closer a bit to try and at least see what's going on with
I'll
this
run
body.
over as well.
He ain't with
And Ront kind of comes over with you as well. And as you get closer, you can see the small pool of blood that is beginning to form around him. And roll me an investigation real quick as well.
While he's investigating, I ask him, "Is it a ghost?"
Oh, Scoop.
Like
Ruh-roh,
Scoop.
Shaggy.
Oh, could I do that with
Uh,
a here or no? No.
Yeah, just go ahead and roll me one more.
Okay.
We'll take the higher. All right,
Well-
one higher. So you get up, and you can definitely tell it is a drow, but it is not one of like the fancy elite drow either. It is seems to be lightly armored, no shield, and where you're seeing him now, you can see that his hands have been pinned up using rocks, like crushed in and set there, and that his chest, the chain shirt has been ripped open, and his chest has been splayed open as well, with like a few organs possibly taken out or something. It's a lot going on right there, but you can also
Where's-
see
Is his stomach coming out or is it going in?
out. Like
Great,
the ribs
something
are
came-
pulled out from it
Some-
and broken outward.
So
Is-
something came out of him. Great.
Na-
It's aliens.
Nandor,
And
is
also,
he okay?
last thing you see is starting from the wound in his chest, there is this circular pattern that goes all the way, like it's in his own blood, that kind of goes around in a spiral from over his body, and then on the interior of this cove as well. Like whoever did this or whatever did this also, drew that in there as well. and as two of you are staring at it, I would like you both, you and Ront, to
Don't you
make a
dare.
wisdom save.
God damn it. Okay.
Wait,
Oh, fuck yeah, wisdom is
Oh, I didn't mean to-
wisdom is my forte. Totally. Ha ha.
Whew. So Ront got a 12 as well. And now I would like you to roll me a D100.
Sorry, what? No. / roll D100.
Yes, sir.
Right.
Oh.
Okay.
Great.
So, as you're staring at this, you begin to feel this intense buildup in your chest and your ribs, up your neck and into your brain, this terrible sense of fear. And you turn and you begin to just run past Kregor and Ramas and everybody screaming. You are
Way to
fighting
go.
for 10 minutes.
Way to go.
And so you were going to spend 10 minutes just bolting further down the cavern as you all see Ramas or Nandor just suddenly start yelling and then turning and just full bolt like he saw a ghost or something running.
I knew it.
Can I stop him?
It's too late.
I'll say you can try and make an athletics versus Ramos and or Nandor a acrobatics to see if he can tackle you real quick as you
okay.
begin to run.
Do I get advantage or normal?
You do not get advantage. It is a normal roll. So athletics versus Nandor's acrobatics.
Acrobatics. Okay.
Alright.
Ooh.
So, let me see. Actually, Nandor, yours is at disadvantage as well. So roll me one more, and we'll see if we take the lower.
You said
Disadvantage.
Yeah, so just roll one more for me. Acrobatics. Oof. All right, so 14 it is.
Wait, was that disadvantage?
Yeah, otherwise it would have been a 21.
Gosh. Okay.
So you just barely managed to grab onto him. You're not like dragging him down. But I will say you at least have him grappled for now. So like you've kind of like got arms around his waist and are lifting him up a little bit, and he's like trying to like break out of you and just trying to get away.
While he's
Hold
got him
still.
grappled, I want to take out my rope and try to wrap it around him if I can, just to kind of tie him
okay,
up.
I'm gonna try to avoid that. I'm gonna fucking elbow Ramos off of me.
What is your problem?
What?
Okay. Make me. So
You're
I'm
with
gonna have,
us. Friendship hug. Friendship hug.
Nandor, make me an athletics or acrobatics at disadvantage, and Kregor, make me a sleight of hand or survival at advantage.
Right?
Yes, you're good.
Do I have to roll anything?
Oh, you already rolled it. Kregor, yours is at advantage.
Oh, mine's at advantage?
Yes.
Oh,
you're
sorry, I
rolling a
misunderstood.
sleight of hand or survival at advantage because you're using the rope to try and tie him. This isn't just like tackling him or anything like that. Okay.
Yeah.
So you get one good elbow to like the side of Ramos's face before both of your hands are grabbed and then tied together, and you come down and kind of start looping it around his legs and everything, and you end up forward facing hogtied on your back, like just trying to struggle for a little bit.
Can I sit on him?
Can I try to sleight of hand my fucking out of it?
No, you're done. You're done. I'm sitting on you right now. You cannot move this mountain.
Don't worry, I tied a dead man's knot. He's not getting out of that.
He ain't getting out of it.
What are you trying to do, Nandor?
I'm trying to wiggle myself out of it.
Well, you probably can't wiggle out of the tie, but you can try it. You can definitely, if you want, try and wiggle and
Yeah.
worm yourself away from out of under Ramas.
Can I? Oh,
Uh,
sorry, never mind.
but it is at disadvantage still.
Acrobatics.
And it would be in acrobatics, yeah.
Damn it.
So,
Okay.
Too
so
bad.
you can feel him like trying to like inchworm under you, and so you just kind of like give him a return quick like flick to the side of the ear,
Can I
for
give him an elbow
hitting
to the
you.
face? So
You
just
know.
like a punch back. Like, oh yeah, yeah, my
Can
turn.
I try to calm
Yeah.
him down a little bit? Like, just, dude, take it easy.
So
You
I'll
hit
say,
me
you
first.
kind of give him a quick little smack, and you still are trying to like squeeze out of there a little bit, and Craigor, you come down and you're trying to talk to him,
Okay.
It's okay, baby.
but
It's okay.
as
Okay. 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 Okay.
as you're
Okay.
talking to him
I'm
and
gonna
you're
use
kind
sharp
of
person on him.
watching his eyes, you can see that this fear that is in him is so extreme that it almost can't be natural. But yeah.
Hey, quick
drop my
question.
nuts.
Craigor and Ramos, are you guys afraid of anything?
No, I'm a
Nothing.
warrior.
I've never been scared in
would-
my life.
Okay, I summoned a clown with minor illusion.
All right, all right. How do you make this clown look?
Like it.
Okay. Do you remember that clown movie, like when they came from outer space or whatever?
Clowns from outer space.
Yes.
So it's
okay,
gonna look
okay.
weird and funny, and I'm
Yeah,
gonna
yeah,
laugh.
yeah.
I'm gonna be turned into a
He has to
pie.
roll for that,
Okay.
right?
So as he's there, you kind of see his hands like under him, just real quick, make a motion, and then next to y'all in the air, there's this kind of like broader, almost like claymation level of movement clown that appears next to y'all with this long jaw and high cheekbones and this bright orange tuft that is on each of its head and all these wrinkles, and it just kind of tilts its head as it looks at you, and as
With-
it does, you
with-
can won't quite need a saving throw for minor illusion, but you definitely see Ront off on the side, like, what is? Take out a dagger and throw it at it, and it goes right through, and he's like, oh, I don't like that.
Ron, get him off me. Ron, get him off of me.
I punch.
When he
I
throws.
punch- No. I punch Nandor for I give him a good knock to knock him out for 10
Lethal or
solid minutes.
lethal? Hold on.
For 10 solid minutes, I just one punch to knock him out. For a good 10 minutes. 10 minutes sleep.
Say it's a good effort, but you'll have to do if you want to do that. What is it?
Derek, give me bludgeoning
18
damage.
points of damage. So it'll take more than one punch if you want to like wail into him a little bit. But you.
He's got a health kit. He'll be fine.
After another 8 minutes or so of him just kind of like sweating underneath you, Ramus, Nandor, begin to feel breath returning to you, and then almost kind of like coming out of a dream, you kind of realize where you are and how restrained you are, and this weight
And
on
my
your back.
blade. And my blade at his throat.
Probably that too.
And me on top of you. Yeah, using you as a chair. You're welcome. Boy.
And Nandor, that is what you kind of look up to see is this aggravated Rama staring down at you. The edge of
What
his
did I
blade.
do?
See this? You see this?
A slight
That was
discoloration.
you. You did
Anything.
this.
I don't have dark vision like you, so you technically can't see me, and I
I
can't
don't
see you.
have dark vision.
Exactly.
Well, I do, and I can see what you did to him. I'm telling you, you fucked him up, man.
Eldith kind of crouches next to you and goes, are you okay? Are you feeling all right?
Just don't look at that body. Just trust me, don't. Just keep. Let's just keep going.
Yeah, no, after you ran away, I've kind of avoided it.
I like her.
Me too. Eldith, you're
Many
cool. You're
idiots
cool.
look at it.
She's
So,
our key. She's our key to success right now.
Romus, I imagine you kind of slowly get off warily of Nandor. And Gregor, you can come over and undo his binds as you
Oh,
start to
whoa,
get the
whoa,
little
whoa,
pins
whoa,
and needles.
whoa! Before I
I said you
undo
can.
him.
I didn't say you did. You can.
True,
Smart
true.
move. Smart move, Connor. Smart move. I like it.
Hey, Nandor. How you feeling, man? Feeling
All right.
Feeling all right? Yeah.
Yeah. What are you gonna do?
You know, you gave us quite a scare there. I'm thinking I'm gonna have Darendil maybe hold you through this cave for a little bit while we investigate what the hell's going on. Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna use charm person on Darendil, or ask him in Elvish to untie me.
I'd like to see
No.
you try.
Are you going to use charm person or just ask him first?
I'm just gonna ask him first.
Okay. Well, first, before you do, Gregor, do you come up to Darendil and kind of, tell him anything too?
Yeah. Hey, Darendil.
Oh, yes.
Whatever you do, don't let Nandor out of his binds yet. Okay. We don't know how he's feeling. He may be a little out of.
Can I use my inner illusion and cast like a big roar coming from inside the other side of the cave that we were coming from?
You can, but I'm also going to want you to make a sleight of hand to
You're
see
still restricted.
if, you can do it without them noticing.
Okay, normal or disadvantage, right?
Normal.
Yes. Well, he's tied up still, so
It doesn't give disadvantage to ability checks, just
Yeah,
attack rolls. Yeah. So you kind of do this as Gregor is having this conversation, and Ramas, you see him kind of make these movements with his hands. If you want, you can make me an Arcana to see if you recognize that he's spellcasting.
He doesn't know.
But yeah, that's why I'm saying you have to make a roll because you're not a spellcaster naturally. But you've been around the world a little bit. You've seen some things. So
normal.
yeah, normal Arcana.
Damn
You
it.
have no idea. You look like his hands are just kind of fiddling with the rope. And a moment later,
Don't do that.
you
Quit doing that.
you all hear this loud
Okay.
from deeper down the cave.
All right, Darendil, go get him. We gotta go.
So Darendil real quickly picks you up over the shoulder, Nandor, and you all begin to start moving. Are you heading in the sound of the? Because you're making it ahead of y'all, correct? Nandor.
No behind it.
Okay. Okay. So real quickly, you all begin to start running down, further into the cave after hearing that. With Darendil just kind of carrying you with one arm, three-leg, loping it and everything, as y'all make a quick burst. About how long? 10, 20 minutes, 30 minutes? How long do y'all run?
30 minutes.
Okay, okay. You give
Until
a
I
strong...
trip Nandor.
Nandor's being carried right now.
Let I throw him on the ground.
So he's getting the whole like horseback like.
Okay. That's fine.
That's
While
I like
while we're running, can I ask Nandor again? Are you feeling a little bit better?
Just keep running. Shut up. Keep running.
Ramos,
Can I
where
just
did...
punch
there's
him real
your
quick?
coin. What?
Said I'm gonna punch him real quick.
I'll say
Oops.
you take 1 point of damage, Nandor.
I gotta avoid it.
Nope.
Make me a dex save. Though this one is at disadvantage because you're being carried and you're tied up right now. So you take 1 point of damage. as you know, Ramos is following behind, just kind of like air punching bag with you occasionally, just like
Yeah, I'm gonna use
Oops.
mockery on him.
Oops.
you're gonna use what?
Bitch's mockery on him.
Okay, okay.
Wait, just make sure you can use it like
Oh, I
as
can.
many other times as you want.
I can.
Okay.
So
Roll it.
go ahead and toss the spell or click the spell so it shows up on the side. Ramos, you see where it says Vicious Mockery?
Yep.
Click where it says Save DC 13 Wisdom.
Okay.
And then
And
normal
normal.
roll. Yes, sir. So, first, what do you say, Nandor?
Hey, what do
then-
you do to dragons?
What?
You drag these nuts?
Roll me damage.
That sick burn, dude.
Ramos, you take 3 points of psychic damage as you're running, as you feel this sick burn.
Oh, I'm gonna throw him later.
Burn!
You don't know what I cast on you. You didn't.
You're gonna burn.
You just
I will physically throw you in a fire. Let's keep running. Let's go.
to you, Ramos, it is just this headache that you get as you're running. You're just like, oh, god damn it. And after about a half hour, you all finally kind of slow down, come to a little bit more of a stop, and Darendil sets you down, Nandor,
Thanks, buddy.
and it's just like,
Thanks for
"Oh,
hearing me.
I think everything is fine now. We should
Okay.
be okay."
Can I tell
Hey.
Darendel to go ahead and unravel Nandor now?
Okay. He begins to do so.
But before he does, I punch him in the face.
You don't know what I did to you. You don't know what I did to you.
It's not.
Do
It's
you
not because
agree?
of that. It's not because of that. It's because from the beginning. It's still from the cave. This is just. This is just
I
straight
dodged.
anger still.
Fucking dodge.
Nope. There's no dodging. This is just straight in your face. You're still tied.
Roll me a
Straight to your
dexterity
face.
save.
Yeah, you know what? I want to get a pinch in there too.
Normal or disadvantage?
Normal, because now you're set down. All right, all right. I'll say, it's a very close one. You get like the tip of his nose as you go to swing another punch at him, and you just kind of catch it a little
Enough!
bit. Your nose
Get
stings.
out of here.
I'm gonna punch
Enough
you
fooling around. Oh my god.
again.
Darendil kind of like puts an arm between you, Ramos, and just kind of pushes a little back a little. He's like, "Oh, no more. This is not the way."
This is the way.
Show me the way.
This is the way, brother.
Oh my god. Now we're memeing. Fuck.
We've been memeing since episode
Is
Is
one.
there any meme powers? Do we have meme powers?
No.
We should. We should have meme powers.
Okay, continue.
Every
So-
meme increased our HP by 12.
After a minute, you, Craigor, are handed back your rope from Darendil, and
Okay, so I
Run.
stand up. I dust myself off. It's like, at least I didn't have to run.
I'm petting Darendel. Good boy.
and he kind of nods a little bit, and you all now have a moment, and to either relax or continue forward, looking for something. Whatever it is y'all would like to find or do, or are y'all just still going to trek forward for now? Or is there anything else in particular you would like to do at the moment after that little bit of inner skirmish?
I mean, there's things that I want to do, yeah, but I'm gonna go cool off on the other side.
What?
the group.
You stay with your group. I'll be over here.
Ramos kind of takes lead a little bit, kind of up with the first dancing light, giving some space between
As
him and the group.
far as I can go with the dancing lights.
I look at Ron. It's like, what's up with that guy?
He's got an orcish rage.
Damn right.
He would fit well with the ice shields.
Oh, you want to go more into that?
Oh, it is my tribe. And then you hear a little scoff off to the side from Eldith, and you see Ront throw her a fucking stink eye. We
You
are.
want to keep learning? Keep learning. Keep learning.
We are a strong tribe. Although, currently we are in a feud with them. As he kind of nods towards Eldith, who's walking a little bit ahead as well.
Well, look at it this way, man. We're all we're all living here. We're all humanoid. We are all humans. We are not. You don't have to kill each other.
Kind of looks at your ears a little bit. You only look part human.
Yeah, but look, we all have the same limbs, so
I mean, you're not
For
wrong.
We'll see if it stays that way. As he kind of spits in Eldith's direction a little bit. You can see kind of she pauses for a brief moment. Then you see her like breathe in and then continue walking.
oh boy, don't laugh after that.
So, oh,
Oh,
now we've
boy.
lost Alicia. What happened? I heard a hold on right before he died. So,
There he is.
yep,
He's up
There
there.
he is.
that was a quick one.
Okay.
All right.
Nandor?
I'm back.
Welcome back. Welcome back.
I punched his lifeless body. It's okay.
So, y'all continue on traveling for a little while, keeping as much of a setting as you can, and you can hear behind you faint little bits of echoes as there's this behind you, distant sounds of what maybe sounds like other pieces of the cavern kind of falling apart or varying pseudo-tectonic movements back there, but nothing that really sounds like the sounds of people and pursuit. Nothing that sounds like it's trailing you, but still the occasional sound that comes out of nowhere that keeps you on edge as you only have the sounds of your footsteps and the small bits of conversation that come up occasionally, but then almost feel stifled by the general silence and presence of these caverns.
Okay, I'm gonna go whisper over to Eldith. This isn't me. I don't know what it is.
She kind of looks up at you and goes, "What? Did you do something before?"
Yeah, that roar that made us run. That was me. So we keep running.
Don't do that again. That was terrifying. I thought we were gonna have to deal with something.
I'll let you know next time.
That would be much appreciated. Thank you. I don't like these deeper caves. I prefer something closer to the surface.
Okay. Same.
I miss the sun.
So, y'all continue on, and as y'all travel, you can see that the caves that you're in begin to almost enter into a little bit more of this winding nature, to where what was just before widening and narrowing now begins to curve to the left and then to the right, and then it goes up a little and then down, and it almost feels more taxing because of it's like if you've ever lived in hill country, walking around anywhere just feels more tiring because of all the ups and downs and the slightly uneven terrain that you end up going through. Uh, and you get to these occasional turns and splits in the road. Uh, Rama, since you are in the lead, I would like you to make me another survival check as you are at the head of the company right now. Nice. So, keeping an eye forward and calling back on your tribal roots of just figuring out how best to move through a terrain and what to look forward in terms of what might possible dangers come up. You follow a smoother path, one that leads to less uneven footfalls and to the shifting and expanding different territories, finally calming down and giving you a comfortable pathway to walk. Uh, as you begin to walk, you can also see that the area that you're in begins to take on a different sort of texture and feeling to the caverns around you. While there is still a little bit of that just natural rough hewn stone everywhere, you're starting to see signs of other people and passage. These little bit of occasional markings in what languages do you understand?
Uh,
Common.
yeah, it's yeah, common and goblin.
Okay, okay.
Thanks.
So at first you don't really see any sort of writing that you can understand, and it is so kind of faint and almost eroded and blended in that they are hard to spot at first. But you begin
Nandor,
to.
What?
Nandor, I
Yeah.
see some markings. Can you decipher what this is?
What's the language again?
What languages do you know?
I know Common, Dwarvish, and Elvish.
Okay. So the first few that he points out, you don't understand. Uh, but there is one that you do see that is in Dwarven. At one point that says Lost Bastion.
It says Lost Bastion. I don't know what that means, but
I think the
I
Does
don't know.
any does anyone know what Lost Bastion is? Anyone?
I knew a crab named Sebastian once, but I'm not really.
Was he under the sea?
No, but he was Jamaican.
A.
A Jamaican crab. Okay.
We used to be
Yeah,
best
that's
friends. We talked a lot.
that's very
I
funny.
might have got some funny looks, but it was a happier time.
um. So Eldith kind of does kind of step forward and goes, as you're pointing it out and looks at it, goes, well, I've heard of old bastions that used to be fortresses or keeps or places of refuge that were built deeper into the Underdark as some of our towns were trying to get safer passageways, but I don't know of any this far down.
Okay.
Well, I mean, it seems like that's the way to go, don't you guys think? I think we should maybe head that way.
So,
Okay.
Lost Bastion, maybe a lost pathway to back
Loading
to town.
so you
Sounds ruinish.
continue on trying to keep an eye on all of the different markings that have been leading you along this pathway,
Mm-hmm.
and eventually you find yourself into a slightly more open expanse. Uh, Let me throw some lights up here for the dancing lights. Um, and it is a wide open cavern that you find yourself walking into. You can't see the other end of it yet with your limited vision, but you do see a few etchings that are on the top lip of the archway of the cavern that you're walking through that are in another language as well, and pointing it out to the others and Endor and everything. You don't. It is not in Dwarven. These etchings. Connor, what languages do you know?
I know Common, Elvish, Thieves' Cant, and Undercommon.
You also do not see what the do not understand these markings. If one of y'all want, you can try and make a history to see what language it possibly is in.
Okay. I'll do it.
Okay.
I was like, can we all do it?
Yeah, all of you can if you want.
Doing it.
All right. What's it under?
Skills,
history.
history.
Aha.
Come on, Ramus. Yeah!
All right.
Your time to shine.
So Nandor and Kragor, as you're kind of
Get your
looking at it,
brain muscles.
you're not sure. You have no idea what this language is.
I have no idea what this
However-
language is.
Ramus, as you're kind of looking up at it, you have these faint memories kind of coming back to you, and you recognize them from your brief dealings with your most hated tribe that had attended the meetings before, and you recognize this language as the language of Infernal.
The Infernals. I know this language. It's been so long.
It is, from what you understand too, a demonic language.
It is evil. One should not be tampered with. Not in the slightest. Unless you have a pact with something evil.
The language.
But yeah, and so that is what you see as you begin to enter into the archway and everything, and enter into the larger cavern before you. And as you begin to walk in, those with the longer range of dark vision can see that there are large, almost like ziggurat pyramid style ruins that are of this deep black color. Not quite obsidian, but definitely a blackened stone of some sort that is embedded slightly into the back wall of this cavern. And you can see towards the back end of where you can see this fortress, this ruin, there are bits of debris and things like that that are caved in around the top of it and around it, almost as if the structure has been dropped in here or just suddenly appeared in the Underdark. It is definitely very out of place in the surrounding area. You can also see to the right side of the cavern, there's a faint glow coming from what looks to be another passageway that leads out. And, moving your dancing lights up ahead and everything, you can see that, whoops, don't want that one. Close to the very edge of this ruin, there are these fungal stalks not like the ripple barks that you've seen before, but these just purple, pinkish colored fungi that have an almost teardrop top tip to it, and these very faint, like wispy, moving almost like there's wind tendrils that are there.
Something about this place.
Yeah, it doesn't feel right, does it, Ramus?
No.
I definitely do not want to go over there.
Nandor, what do you think?
As you turn
What?
around, you can see Nandor is not next to you. Nandor has walked along the cavern side, and you can look over, kind of like being like, "Where the hell is he?" And you can see his silhouette in the cavern on the right side, in the mouth of that tunnel leading over there. And Nandor, as you kind of head towards the light, you can see that in this tunnel it splits to the left and the right, and the left side has all of these like orange, yellow, and white glowing crystal chunks and shards that are just jetting out of the tunnel in this almost like honeycombed, very tightly knit pattern. Not necessarily pattern, but chaos that is there.
Hmm. Hmm.
So as you're poking over there, is there anything over here with y'all that are doing? Eldith is, kind of
Break off.
stepping forward a little bit, not getting too close, but definitely curious about it. Ront looks very uncomfortable, and Darendil is just kind of looks like he's enjoying the wider open space. He's kind of getting his stretches in.
I would like to take one of my lights with my dancing lights with me to the left over this way. Kind of take a look over here.
Okay. You kind of take one of your dancing lights heading this way, and you can see that this cavern has caved in slightly, and it looks like there's maybe a small gap at the base of it where people might be able to crawl under it. But there's a lot of rubble here and just detritus.
Okay, I'll keep that in mind.
Okay.
I start to kind of walk back towards the Ramus. Maybe I let Ramus know too. So I say, "Hey, Ramus, there might be a little way to crawl out here, but I'm not sure what's on the other side. What do you think about that?"
How small is it?
Just enough to maybe send.
It would be a very tight squeeze for Ront, and Darendil would have a struggle.
Not all of us are gonna get out.
Let's not go that way.
Okay.
Nandor, what are you doing over on your side?
I'm gonna walk in here.
So you actually can't walk in that deep.
Oh, okay.
I didn't put an invisible wall. But because where it gets up to the front of the gyms, they are so like compact together that you'll have to squeeze and push to try and push through. And as you get closer, you can see very faintly there are like it almost looks like there's a little bit of light, or not really light, but movement coming from the inside of all the gems that are in here. Almost like water or flame or something like that. It's just got this almost liquid movement to the inside of all the crystals over here.
Can I break one?
Yeah. Go ahead and roll me a athletics.
Please don't die. Don't make me regret this. Please don't die. Don't make me regret this. Oh, fuck. Okay.
So, you go to break one off and everything, and are you just?
He died.
That is the look of him dying.
And he died. Yep.
So you
Punch his body again. Walk away.
you go, and are you using anything to try and break it off, or are you just kind of like using
The
your fingers?
broken thing that I had.
Okay, the bent
Yeah,
corroded rebar. That thing has seen
yeah,
some damage, man.
that's why.
So you
It's
kind of
been
grab it.
it's old reliable. That's what that is.
Yeah, yeah. So you kind of grab it and you lift up and you bring it down. And Kregor, as you're walking towards the light as well to check up on Nandor as he had walked deeper into that area, Nandor, there is this brief as a chain reaction sets off from this small explosion from your crystal getting hit in an imperfect way, and it just and multiple gems are set off. You
Can I
take
jump backwards?
Great.
you get thrown backwards 10 feet
Okay.
as you take 10 points of fire damage and are
Yep.
thrown backwards into the wall.
Okay.
And Kregor, you are hit with this like lick of flame as suddenly as there's just this heat that hits y'all.
Okay. I'm
Ow!
gonna get up, dust myself off, and then just take out my healing kit and use it.
All right. The healing kit technically only stabilizes. It doesn't give you health. You need a
Damn
feat
it,
to
okay.
for it to give you health.
Okay, and I'm gonna stand up, dust myself off, and say, "Jesus, Nandor, what the fuck are you doing, man?"
Me looking at Nandor like I'm about to punch him again.
I oughta kick your ass. You know that?
And over next to you, Ramos, as you're still kind of over
Get in
here,
line.
you can see Eldith and Ront are like pulling out their weapons to get ready for something and whatnot.
If
They're
you
like,
have, I do a scream and shout. I do a shout to everyone saying, "If you have a weapon, draw it now. I fear something is coming."
And also, Ramos, while you're over here on the left, roll me a perception.
Damn.
Oof. Okay, okay. Good to know. Good to know. Yeah. So, what do y'all have to do?
Heal myself.
What would you like to heal yourself with? All right.
Yeah.
Go ahead and click that healing. Remove, and you can apply that healing to yourself. And remove one spell slot.
I already did. It does it automatically.
Nice. So, what else for y'all? Anything else?
Well, now I'm starting to think that
Wait.
maybe that other way to go is the way to go.
Okay, quick question. So you know how it was a chain reaction, right?
Mm-hmm.
Let's use it as
Is it
dynamite.
clear now? Is it clear now?
It is not completely clear. You can see like it definitely cleared a little bit of a path. Although you can see there are more further in. And there are still like bits of it that are clinging to the floors and the walls and whatnot. But most of that center area for about probably 30 to 40 feet.
I'm gonna move
Cleared
out of the
out.
way,
Wait.
and then I'm gonna
So-
grab my bar, or what was it called? My club, and fucking chuck it at it, and move out of the way.
All right.
I was gonna
Make
say
me an
just grab
athletics.
some, throw it over here,
Right.
throw it the other way, set off the chain reaction that way instead of this way.
Okay, what do I do? What do I roll?
Athletics.
Craig, will give him some light.
Oh, nice. So you launch it as far as it'll go, the full like 40 feet all the way up to the next edge. And the rest of your group has been slowly approaching warily as there's another series of and there's all this kind of dust and rock that begins to settle in the main cavern, and you hear this faint secondary crack as a bit of rubble above the ruin begins to break off and scatter atop the ruin as well and fall. And you, a moment later, stand up, look in, and you can see that the path has been cleared out more, and it looks like it leads out to another cavern of sorts. But as far as that tunnel, aside from like the smaller clusters that are still growing off of the walls and the floor, the main stuff in y'all's way has been cleared out.
Hmm.
Well, guys, what do you want to do?
I'm thinking we do a little exploring.
Matt, I'm sorry if I completely threw it off. All right.
Oh no! Like everything is planned for already. It's just a matter of which directions y'all go and what you run into. DM life, man. This is what I do. I've been doing this for enough years that I'm not thrown off anymore. As well, okay, that's a lie. That things still throw me off, but just not as
Yeah.
much.
Shout
so-
out to Jacob Tate.
So are y'all now going to be heading through the cleared path?
I say so, but I have to convince the human
You are
that
human.
constantly wants to. No, I'm half human.
Still human.
Okay. You know what, guys? I think we need to mediate this really quick. Ramus, come over here,
I
please,
start
just
walking
for a
in.
second.
You know what? Save it. Let's go. But I'm not leading this time.
All right, I'll follow
All
Nandor.
right. Sounds good. I'm looking for a thing.
Looking for a thing. What are you looking for? Don't say that.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Look for the
All
way
of
out.
a
How
sudden, you
about
hear
that?
crashing, crashing and tremors.
Giant
You feel it,
eagles.
and then on the other side, a bigger
Graboids.
spider than before.
All right.
The king
So
spider.
you all begin to head over and in to this next location. Let it load up for everybody.
And you die.
And you all die.
Is this what heaven is?
Oh yes. So
Excuse me.
as you all kind of go through this wait, who's are you on this new screen, Cragor?
Not yet, no. Here, I
It
can
has
refresh.
I'm on it.
I'll refresh. Hold on.
Okay.
Bear with me.
No worries. Just wanted to, make sure you get to see everything as well.
Hmm.
Because I've got you in here.
Yeah, like I can hear everything. You know what? Let me do one more refresh, just to make sure. weird.
Try to make something full screen again, like completely.
Oh, it is.
Me?
It's F1.
Hey, has your Twitch been acting up too?
Yeah, everybody's saying that that Twitch has kind of been acting up tonight.
Dang you, Twitch.
But I know that doesn't have anything to do with this. I don't know what this is about. I've refreshed it a few times.
Is your internet good?
I'm
Right? That seems to always be a thing tonight. Here,
Yeah.
let's try and
seeing
put
any
you
problems.
in again, Cragor.
For once, I'm not having problems. Like exactly.
There we go.
It
We're good.
happens quick.
Okay. I just put your token in again. Figure that might do it.
I wish I wasn't though, because now I see what's ahead of us.
So as y'all begin to walk through, you can see that attracted by the sound of whatever you had just
Start
done.
walking back.
You made it. You made the call. You keep walking. Let's go.
There are those similar creatures that you had seen before and dodged in those narrower tunnels. And
like,
as you're
bugs.
looking in, Ramos, you can see this one over here is kind of like pressed up against this crystal formation, and its feelers are up against it, and it looks like that little bit of fiery liquid that is on the inside of it is kind of draining as the color of this one sort of is brightening a little bit. And you gather that these probably use this for a little bit of food. So, as they're coming forward and seeing y'all, what are you doing?
Freaking out. No, I'm just kidding.
Walking back
Standing back with my shield in front, going like this.
out. Walking back out.
Nope.
I'm standing.
back
You
out.
can't
I'm
get past
standing.
me.
Walking back out.
Nope. Nope. I'm in the very back. You can't. Nope. Nope. It's a narrow place.
It's just so
You
tiny.
made the call.
You can't get through it.
You made the call. This is your choice.
So, Nendor, you're at least not in front. So, Craigor, you were following behind. Ramos, you've taken the back. So, Nendor, I'll put you back here with them kind of all up here.
Okay.
Actually, yeah. So,
Should I try to animal tame all of them?
it would be an impressive feat from a distance.
Just roll the 20. Nat
Here,
20.
boy. Here, boy.
You're all mine.
Jesus.
So what I'm gonna actually have y'all do?
Yeah, my
If you
animal
do
tame
that,
is
we can
fine.
Honey, I Shrunk-
Initiative.
We can Honey, I Shrunk the Kids on our way out of this. Way to go.
Ba-da-ba.
Wow.
And
Oh,
Nat 20.
shit.
just I'm gonna need some initiative out of y'all.
Oh, boy.
That's already a nat 20. Yeah.
I don't see me on there for some reason.
You are on there. See? You're now at the bottom.
If you look on my screen, it doesn't show my name here.
You're at the very bottom. Homie.
Did you go over to the fist?
Yeah, that's where I'm at.
Because on your screen, well, I have a delay, so
Oh, okay.
that,
I don't know why it's
that's
so
my
far
issue.
behind. There, I can refresh again. I don't want to, but
Yeah, here, if you want, I can roll for you.
yeah, go ahead.
Bam.
Did you try turning it off and
Thank
turning
you.
it back on again?
We'll just do that for now.
Well, we already know how
So-
well that works.
Yep. uh, so, Ramos, then you start us off at the top. As
Oh, I'm
you-
just gonna sit back.
okay.
I'm sitting back. No. With my
You-
shield in front. Nope. I'm letting them do all the work. They wanted this.
all right. So you kind of stay back and you just kind of do this to Nandor real quick.
To both of them.
So, starting us off then, past you, is one of these creatures. It is going to move forward 10, 15, 20, 25 to in front of you, Mr. Home Slice.
Mr. Home
And
Slice.
it
Can that be my name now?
just going to move up quickly, and because of the way it moves, you can definitely tell this is kind of like more of a territorial, like you came in on my feeding ground to the sound of explosions. I'm attacking y'all, versus like a sort of like timid natural creature response. So it is going to make an attack roll for a 10, which does not hit.
Oh.
So it just kind of comes up, and you can see these, like beneath the feelers, this other set of mandibles comes out, and there's these like little bits of like almost like liquid fire that is just kind of wrapped around its mandibles. And you just very quickly, like with a foot, push it down. Like no, no, no. And that's its turn. So Kragor comes to you.
Okay. My first attempt, I want to. I love you guys know I love my rope, right?
Yes.
I'm gonna try to lasso this beetle right in front of me to start
Do
off
it.
my action.
Yeah.
To start off my action.
Okay. Okay. I'm going to have you.
We're
Are
gonna
you
have a
trying
pet
to?
fire beetle by the end of this, guys.
Are you trying to grapple it currently?
Trying
with the
to.
rope?
I guess right now I'm trying to kind of leash it if I can.
Okay. So I'm gonna have you roll me a. I'm gonna have it be an athletics as you're just trying to get like, around it, tighten it, force it down a little bit enough so you can do this. But first, roll me an attack roll, to see if you can like hit it to do so. And it'll
Just
be
unarmed?
an unarmed.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
Nice.
Yeah. Definitely. So now just roll me an athletics.
Come on, baby.
All right. And so you get down and you start, hauling it as best as you can.
If you guys want to get in here.
It is currently considered grappled, which means that its speed is 0, and so it can't move while you've got it restrained with the rope this way. So, next up is another beetle. It is going to move 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 to here, and it is going to try and bite onto your leg as you're trying to lasso its friend. So, I'm going to also move this down here. Okay.
Ramus. Damn you.
It wasn't my call.
That does not hit. That is one below your AC. So you just kind of like quickly kick off to the side and kick it in the side of the head, and it's like, Nendor
Wasn't my
comes to
call.
you.
Oh shit. Oh shit. Oh shit. Oh shit.
I can't stay mad at you. Look at you.
Oh,
I'm coming.
okay.
I'm coming.
What? Don't do that.
You heard. You heard. Phrasing. Lana, phrasing.
Okay. So, I'm just gonna. Okay, I'm gonna cast. It's my bonus action.
Smells like
Oh,
elderberries in here.
Okay. Okay. I'm gonna cast Vicious Mockery on this one.
Okay. Let me see something real quick. Sorry. Okay, though it doesn't need to understand you. So yeah, go for it. And you said on this one?
Yes.
Okay. So, that is going to make a save.
Oh, fuck.
It
Oh.
fails.
Oh god.
Baby. So, go ahead and roll me a damage. All right. Boom. Takes a little bit of damage as you kind of see its whole body shudder in response to that attack.
I go.
And
just to speak to it. Like,
it just for some reason feels insulted by this. Next up is the distant one. It is going to 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35.
oh boy.
It's its full action and to get there because it only has a 30-foot
God.
speed. So it just gets up into the tunnel, but it cannot go any further, and it cannot attack. So it comes to Eldith, who is going to run up and try and attack at this beast. Gets 2 attacks. First one misses, and the second one hits as she comes running up and just brings the sword down real quickly, but it skitters out to the side and she hits the ground. So she quickly comes up for that second strike and cuts across one of the legs. She cuts the leg completely off, and you can see the creature then begins to like flip over and kind of hit against the wall, and there's this bit of like orangish blood that begins to spew and ichor that comes out as it comes off to the side and begins to die. So that one is dead.
Yay!
Uh,
Yay!
Next up is this one. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, and 30, but it can't get any further because there's a funnel going on here. Darendil can't reach as well, so he just kind of comes back behind you, Kragor, and pats your back softly. You just hear an Elvish.
Doing a good job, buddy. Good job, buddy.
You got this.
You got this, my love.
Thank you.
Ront can't do anything as well. And this one can only move forward. So, Ramus, it comes back to you at the top. Anything you would like to do?
Staying at the door? Is that what you're gonna do? Are you?
Hmm?
He's eating. He's eating. He's eating.
Did his camera freeze?
That was too perfect. I'm sorry, I couldn't help it. Just like when the world needed him the most, he disappeared.
That's just all he does for his entire turn is he makes that face at you.
No.
I'm just looking at him like, hello.
I look at Nandor and I go, remember what I did on the bridge? It's that time.
Oh god.
So I run.
He's
I
gonna jump.
I'm jumping off the back. I am going to use Ront as my launching pad. And I'm going to jump over Eldith and a downward strike on both the 2 light bugs on the left. At the same time using Action Surge with 2 attacks.
Okay, so you are coming up here up Ront over Eldith.
And attacking these 2.
So one here, one here? Because
Uh,
the one you're on right there is dead.
okay, then yeah, these 2. Right here.
The one on the right here is wrapped up in Kragor's rope as
He
well.
wants to
Gregor,
tame
you
it.
want me to-
He wants to
You
tame
want me to
it.
kill it?
No, this is mine.
Okay, then I go for just this one right here.
Okay, so you won't have to use your action surge then.
No, just one.
As you kind of like come through, and I'll say since Ront didn't use a action, he can use his action to basically like fucking vault you over Eldith without kicking her in the head. And so then make me your attack roll.
If I can do it. Okay.
You can do it.
All night long.
You can do it all night long.
Can I get it like an advantage on this because that was a sweet throw? And the bug doesn't see
That's
me.
some radical shit, dude. Come on.
I mean, that's a kind of an
You know
advantage
what?
right there.
It depends on this roll that Ront gets.
Ah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
2 times.
He you don't even touch the ground. He just picks you up by like your waist and your collar and just javelin chunks you. So you just aim your sword out. Roll me damage as you impale into the side of this fire beetle as well. All right. It is just enough as well.
Bro, you and Ra are
as-
so synchronized.
Yes, we
You
are. Yes, we are.
get flung into this fire beetle, and you impale into the side of it, and it just and kind of dies impaled on your blade. Uh,
And I look toward Craig and I go, "Need any help?"
I mean, if you're free.
so it is the giant beetle's fire beetle's turn. And it is just going to try and get an attack at you, Cragor, since you are wrapping it up and shit. So, hup. 12 still does not hit. You just kind of like you can hear the mandibles clacking beneath your waist, so you just push it down into the ground a little bit more. Just like no, no, no. And then it comes to your turn.
So at this point, I feel like I have a really good handle on this. So what I want to do is, now that I got him in the grapple, I still have the leash around his neck, correct? Okay. I want to try to ride on it and tame it if I can.
Okay. For now, since you're in combat, I'm gonna have you roll me an animal handling at disadvantage, because you've got it and all, but it's also watching all its fellows be murdered around it.
Uh-oh.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
So you go to get onto it, and it briefly bucks you backwards and off, and you actually end up right over here. So it's got the rope around it still, but it is no longer grappled, and you no longer have a hold on the rope at the moment. But this one still has the rope all around its limbs, and yeah. But you end up thrown backwards, prone. It takes only a moment for you to stand back up, but now you're kind of on the other side of the other two fire beetles that are slowly turning, looking in your direction as well.
Can I use my what's it called? Hold on. Cunning action for a dash.
What would you like to? If you move away from them, they will get attacks of opportunity. But you can disengage to not get attacks of opportunity, though you only have 15 feet of movement speed left.
Okay.
Okay.
So,
Yeah, I'd like to disengage.
Okay. And where would you like to move?
Wait, where did you say I ended up?
You are right here.
Right here.
And you've got 15 feet of movement.
Okay. I want to go. I want to step diagonally. No, you know what? I'm going to step just straight back 15 feet this way.
Okay. Easily
But your
enough.
baby.
Yeah, I know, but at this point, I need to kind of get out of this situation.
Okay.
All right.
My turn?
So, is it moving on your screen? Because I can't.
I did move it, yes.
It's not showing on mine.
That's weird.
I can't even move myself for some reason. I don't know. This whole thing's like messing up.
Log out and log back in.
I'll just do one more refresh, really quick.
Have you
So
tried
luckily-
turning it off and on back again?
Again.
So while he does that, Nandor, it is your turn.
Okay, so I'm gonna start running towards Darendil. I'm gonna tell him in Elvish to launch me and to restrain that beetle that's tied up. Don't kill it.
Okay. Okay. So I'll go ahead and have him make an athletics as well. Not as good, but he's got much longer arms, so he doesn't have as much like turning movement space. So he does his best. How far are you trying to go?
Like over here.
So I'll say what he does is he gets you to about here.
Okay, so mid-air, I'm gonna use my my club again. That's basically shaped like a boomerang now.
All right. All right.
And I'm
That
gonna
thing's been
fucking
through
just,
enough.
yeah. I'm gonna keep using it. I'm gonna chuck it at them.
Uh,
Whoa.
are
That
you
was
going to
weird.
throw it, or are you just going to try and hit it as you're going by?
I'm gonna throw it.
Okay. Then go ahead and make me an attack roll with disadvantage with it.
Okay. 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 Fuck.
So you go to throw it, and it just goes down, hits the ground, comes back up, and as soon as you land, it catches you in the shin, and you just get this intense like,
Ooh, Peter Griffin.
yeah. Uh, it is painful, but doable. It's still dying on you,
No,
Mister.
well, it
Mr.
loaded.
Cormac?
It loaded really quick, and then I refreshed it right when it loaded. So.
Okay. So as my bonus action, I'm gonna heal myself with healing word.
All right,
Just gonna
definitely
let this go.
doable.
Because I don't like what's gonna come next.
All right, yeah, I'm good now.
That's not
So
what you said.
afterwards is Eldith, who's going to run forward, uh, kind of getting past you, Ramos, to right here. And except actually, I'm gonna roll something real quick.
Oh, also before I do the healing
Okay.
word, I'm like, my.
So she, having watched you Krager for a round, at least gets an idea of, what you were trying to accomplish. So she does not attack the one covered in your ropes and makes your way past you, Ramos, to attack the one up ahead. Uh, so first attack misses.
Guys, just leave
Second
the
Don't
attack
hold
one.
that
hits.
one.
Leave the one with the
Uh,
rope,
she,
please.
She did. She did. I had to roll an intelligence check just to make sure she was paying attention, though.
Oh,
She runs forward and she trips a little bit over the one that you had impaled and been flung into, Ramos, as she kind of like steps into it accidentally and crushes, and like bits of ichor get all over her boot. She's like, oh, this fucking disgusting. And then she turns and makes a slash at the other one.
I
Uh,
like this one. I like her.
Oh, I like this
uh,
filly.
She
I like her.
only rolls 3 damage, so it's still up. But she did definitely inflict some wounds. Next is the one that she attacked, so it's going to try and
Attack her.
attack back. And
Retaliation.
that does not hit her. She catches it and it comes up to try and bite at her, and she just punches it in the face like a shark. It's like, oh no!
I really like her right now.
Darendil is going to run forward and try and do, as you said, Nandor, and try and restrain. So I'm going to have him roll in athletics, grabbing onto the ropes. And he manages to, like, grab it a little bit, and pull the ropes tighter. Not quite enough to lift it off the ground yet, but enough to, keep it from moving anywhere and have it grappled. Ront, still in the back, is unable to do anything, so he's holding his action just in case. And the one next to you, Nandor, is going to now try and bite at you, as you just happen to land next to it and surprise it.
Saw, dude.
13
What are you doing here?
does not
Nope,
hit
doesn't
you,
hit.
so
First time.
it just snaps at you, and you kind of take a quick step back, like, whoa, whoa, whoa.
I take a step back, and I'm just like, no, 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 no.
Ramos comes to you at the top of the round. You can't quite squeeze past Eldith without taking, costing a little extra movement speed to get over here. But there is the one that Darendil is trying to grapple as well. So
I
what would you
will
like
try
to do?
to. I'm gonna try to restrain that one as well.
Okay. Go ahead and roll me then in athletics with advantage.
Yeah. Awesome dies. Hey.
All right. So, kind of with his help, you begin to use the rope, that like loose, extra 20 feet that's just kind of dangling out there. you grab that and you start to wrap it around its feet and try and hog tie it as best as you can. But the fire beetle's legs are a little bit spiny and really thin and brittle, so it's nerve wracking. So you don't try and accidentally pull one off or something, but definitely now restrained as well as grappled. So
Yes.
it is its turn. So it is going to make an attack roll at disadvantage at you, Ramos, as you're kind of around its feet.
You can try.
Yeah, no. It can't. It doesn't have a neck. It's a
I
beetle,
was
so it's just
like,
kind of
please
like.
don't roll another die.
Craigor comes to you.
Can I punch it in the face real quick? Just I'm gonna get my rage out.
Yes, please.
Easily enough. You're just kind of like you're using the flat of your sword to just be like, no, stop it, no.
I'm pretending it's like Nandor, no.
Yeah, getting your frustration out where you can.
Are these two down here? Are they aware of me at all right now?
You did kind of run into them.
I mean, I am in the shadows too.
You're not stealthed from them.
Oh.
But they are seemingly focused on Eldith and Nandor, and you do. I do have flanking, so if you do stand on this side, you will get flanking with Eldith because she's right across.
Okay. Is it possible? I don't know if this is possible. Is it possible for me to take my dagger in one hand, my short sword in the other, and try to kind of just backstab both of these?
It is possible. It is a.
Double strike.
They're both light weapons. It is a bonus action to do your second attack with another light weapon.
I'm fine with that.
So, yep. Go ahead and make your first attack with your short sword against which one are you attacking with your short sword?
The one with the attack, my short sword is going to be, the one right in front of me. No, I'm sorry. This one on the right.
Okay. So then go ahead and roll an attack roll against that one. Seven, not quite. As you come over and you just quickly give a quick slice to the side, and it catches a little bit of the carapace, but not enough to actually break through it. Now go ahead and roll me an attack roll for your dagger.
Leave my buddy alone.
Oh my gosh.
This one does have advantage because you're flanking with Eldith, so make me another attack roll.
Okay.
And we'll take the higher number out of the two.
I'm sorry.
Oh, you're good. It's technically higher.
True.
So you just come in and you try and do this nice sliding maneuver, pull him up into him. You look really fucking cool.
Yeah,
but you end up just a
But he
little
doesn't
short
do
of both
shit.
of them.
Oh!
Captain Jack Sparrow.
Right. Everything looks smooth.
I missed the measurement by just that much, by just an inch.
Yeah. So dead thing, Nandor.
Okay, so quick question. Can I maybe just be start singing to it, try to calm it down a little bit?
Yes.
How so? Are you just kind of gonna performance sing at it, basically?
Yeah, and I'm just gonna reach out to it all slow, like in the movies, when somebody's trying to pet a horse and it's just super slow, and you're just that's right, it's okay.
Then I would like you to make me an animal handling at disadvantage, and tell me
singing.
You are singing.
I don't hear
Still
What
you
do you
singing.
sing to it? What do you? You're singing to it mid combat while its fellows are dying. So
Somewhere over the rainbow, way. Oh boy! Damn it!
So you kind of reach slowly forward, and it snaps at your hand. So unfortunately, unable to do so.
All right.
Any-
Well, does
any
that count
bonus
as an
action?
action?
It is an action to do so. Yeah,
Can I do bardic inspiration?
you may.
Okay.
Who would you like to inspire?
Okay. So who's trying to tame right now?
Ramis. I have all the faith in Ramis right now. He's the one who's got him
Okay,
in a hold and everything.
I know
Okay,
what song
okay.
I need.
I'm not gonna. I have an idea.
Yes.
Stop it.
No.
Hey, that song is for killing creatures, not, taming them.
I can tame this one and kill the other right behind it.
Okay, so I'm gonna use Bardic Inspiration.
All right. So, Ramos, you have a D6 for the next 10 minutes to add to a roll for ability check, saving throw, or attack roll.
Okay, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna. I don't have any like. What's it called? Okay. Can I possibly just kind of speak into his mind?
You do not have
Without.
Who's my mind?
Yeah. Damn it. Okay, I'm gonna be like. I'm gonna look over at him like next to the video. It's like, hey man, we got up on the wrong foot. We gotta work this out, all right? You tame
Very
it though.
convincing. Very convincing.
That is his inspiration.
Say,
The inspiration is working out our problems.
He never knew his father.
So afterwards, Eldith is gonna come up, try and take care of these. She's gonna. Oh, that one is at advantage, but she got a 20 anyway. So she comes through and stabs this one in the back, as it's kind of starting to turn to look between her and Gregor, stabbing completely through and killing this one, while she then makes her second attack at the one in front of Nandor, hitting that one as
Damn.
well. So
I love this woman.
and killing that one as she just goes stab deep through in the first, comes out, and then almost like cutting a good section into the back of the other one as its lifeblood spills out onto the floor between all of y'all. So I will
Just
also
got this
say,
one.
since this one is currently restrained and you are trying to tame it, I'm going to head and exit y'all out of combat. As combat is coming to a close, and you have this one, like, at this point, Darendil has got his hands through the ropes, and he has it lifted up off the ground, almost like a, front side baby carrier. And he's just kind of holding the beetle, who now has its legs, all 6 of them tied up in front of
So-
it. And it is just kind of like clacking wildly, but can't reach anybody. And yeah,
Did you say that there's some Beetlejuice
there is some Beetlejuice.
and more Beetlejuice? Okay, gotcha.
Oh,
Say it one more time,
whoa, dude, no.
Oh, what?
That was
What are you guys
twice.
talking about? What are you guys talking about? Beetlejuice?
And
Okay.
as you say Beetlejuice for the 3rd time, there is a mind flayer that appears right here.
What? Just
All
for a
right,
second, though.
let's
Just
go.
for a second, right?
Let's go. Let's go. Fuck it. All right. What else can we do for tonight?
Man, you don't know why.
Oh,
It's got
my
this white
lord.
face.
Okay, if he appears, it's like, hey, can I if he legitimately appears, I'm gonna be like, hey, can I work under you? Can I get powers?
I can make you my servant. Yeah. So
You would like that, wouldn't you?
Okay.
How do you get rid of Beetlejuice again? I can't remember.
So, as what would y'all like to do as you're standing there now, amongst these corpses in this nice, well-lit cavern, with this now backpacked fire beetle clacking and moving?
You can carry our stuff.
Wait,
Okay,
so
but is he still angry?
yeah, he's not tamed yet, right?
He is not. It is still
Okay.
angry. It is just held and restrained in place off the ground. Keep it
I
not
want-
move.
yeah.
I
Boo.
gave Ramos my bardic inspiration.
I
He's
want
still
him
got 10
as-
minutes on the bardic inspiration, so it hasn't been 10 minutes. Rama still has his. So
If
I
you
want-
have good animal handling, you could do it. I'm just saying.
Do I have animal hand?
I mean, you do have the skill.
I do.
I don't know how
I
well
do.
you're in it, but you do have it.
I'll use it
Okay.
with advantage.
So go ahead. It's not with advantage.
Can I help him?
Okay. Then now it is with advantage. And it is
What?
also add a extra d6 to the mod of the roll. Ramus.
Get a level in world. Oh boy.
Okay. So you like, and I'm gonna say it basically takes the full 10 minutes, of just like sitting
Like
there,
breaking your
kind of like,
stallion.
trying to calm it down, moving it away from the bodies of its felon, you know, uh, hive as well. Kind of coming over to the crystals and everything, and just kind of being like, "It's okay. Here, you want some of this? You can eat. We're not going to hurt you. Blah blah blah." And after about 10 minutes of Kragor and Ramos working together to calm it down
And
and make it okay.
while Ramus
uh,
is doing that, I kind of grab the head of one of the other beetles and just show it to him and say, "This is you if you don't fucking listen."
This is not how you break it.
Okay.
You
Okay.
So
Okay.
it,
Okay.
it takes another 10 minutes, so 20 minutes now after it has a little bit of a
Okay.
fright.
Okay. I'm gonna walk up. I'm gonna walk up to Craigor and fucking smack him in the back of the head.
What was that for?
Scared it.
I almost had it.
But now after about 20 minutes, you finally get to the point where you feel like you can remove the ropes restraining it, and it doesn't try to bolt. It still seems a bit skittish of y'all, but it doesn't seem like it's automatically a loyal pet. But it definitely doesn't seem like it's trying to attack you, nor is it trying to run from you at the moment. So.
Oh boy.
So yeah.
Cool. Cool. Cool.
Awesome. So we have an
I jump
attack
on his
beetle and a pack rat.
I jump on his back and say mush.
So you jump onto its
Whoa.
back, and it
No, wait,
immediately
whoa.
starts to like buck you and try and move out from under you, and starts to begin to get skittish again.
And I just hold the beetle's head up again, just from a distance, just to remind it who's the boss here.
And
Put that down.
as you do, it then starts to try and escape and run away from y'all, leaving the kind of heading towards this area up here.
Can I grab the
No.
reins?
No.
Can I grab it? Can I grab the reins real quick?
After-
Bring it back.
After
still on it.
basically being, make me an athletics or acrobatics.
Me?
Yes. Okay. So you are still on it. One of them, Nandor, not both of them. Or no, that was you, Ramos. Okay.
I thought you were telling me to do it. That's why I was like, okay.
Yeah. No, you're good. Because
He's just
this
showing
is
how
after
acrobatic he is.
Kragor had taken off the rope and everything, so the leash currently isn't on it unless you left like a little bit on it to act as a leash.
That was my
Okay.
intention. Yeah.
Okay.
I kind of
So
wanted
it
to
still
have
has
a
little bit
I
on it.
kind of wanted to have a rope on it the whole time. Just to
Okay.
keep it in.
So it
Training
starts
wheels.
to run as best as it can, and I'll say then you, Ramos, holding onto the rope, pull it as you manage to not get knocked off of it, Nandor. But you can tell that between being pseudo tackled, as it's not used to people being on it, plus seeing the head of its other hive mate, it is definitely
Today, dude.
even more skittish
Skittish.
right now. It is just kind of like.
I speak to it in its own tongue.
How do you?
We all do.
I put my hand up the head and work its mouth like a puppet.
So you know what? I'm gonna say roll me a intimidation with advantage, as Kragor has kind of been helping you with this level of intimidation.
I got nothing.
So you could like it is a bit cowed. It is definitely like still very much like skittish and uncomfortable, but it can definitely tell it is not the predator here. So it is kind of testing the
Do we
rope a
have
little
any
bit, but
food?
following.
Do we have any food that we can give it?
I do. I have some
He
ripple
likes
bark.
to. Okay, no, 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 no. Okay, look, I take the rope, right, and I kind of make it kind of like a leash, or not a leash, like a muzzle essentially, and then I make it go towards the crystal, so it could
Okay.
eat.
Okay. Roll me
Does it
a
eat the
animal
crystal?
handling, straight roll.
Come on.
Nice. So, kind of using the leash rope and then your pseudo reins, you lead it towards one of the crystals, and it's a little resistant at first, trying to kind of go left or right, and as you move it the direction you want it to go. But it begins to feel the warmth radiating from these crystals, and you can see its antenna feelers kind of go out towards it. And whenever it touches, it seems to drain a little bit of it, and seems to be a little more content.
So while it's doing that, I like rub its head. It's like,
Okay,
there you go, buddy.
all right. So you
Not these
see.
fucking monsters over here that are fucking scaring it.
I'm
You know,
keeping that
I'm
good
gonna
head.
stick my
I'm-
hand up your ass and work your mouth like a puppet too.
I said we need to talk this out. All right, calm down.
Don't tell me to calm down.
So, you all,
Oh, what
have
ideas I
this
come up with. Sorry.
seemingly, for the most part, tamed. It will definitely take more time with it to fully tame it, and depending on how you treat it. Uh,
I'm scaring that
but
bitch into submission.
I'm scared.
right.
I'm gonna scare it just so it bucks him off. Whatever.
But it seems for the most part to be tamed for now. So,
Quick question: is there any way that we could actually take off some of the crystals and take it with us?
you can certainly try. Um, though
Remember the last time you threw
Oh.
something at it?
we lost an Esteban.
Is he completely gone?
He's out of the game, and is
Okay, hold on.
screened.
He's coming.
Okay, I'm back. I'm back. I'm
Oh.
back.
But if you want, this also can be a good time to do a little break. After all that, and then take 5 to 10, get some drink, pee break, all that, and whenever we get back, probably do like the last hour or so.
Yeah, I'm cool with that.
Sounds
Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
because I
Guys,
know
we're
we had a
gonna-
late start thanks to our fun stuff.
Computers, internet,
Yeah,
2020.
modern age.
You know.
Yeah,
Guys,
Cloud.
thank you so much for tuning in. We'll be
20.
right back in about we'll say 5 minutes. How about that? 5 minutes? You guys good?
5 minutes. 5 minutes.
5 minutes. We'll be back,
All
and
right.
we will continue the journey with our fire beetles.
I gotta pee.
All right, we'll be back.
I'm gonna name him Flamon.
And we are back.
Excellent, excellent. Hello, and welcome back, everybody. So where we left off was our illustrious group has found a strange bastion that gave off some hella not cool vibes, and
Hella not,
decided to
Hella.
instead go through the explosive crystal cavern that was discovered by Nandor, and instead found themselves in another crystal cave where fire beetles were feeding on the crystals. After taking care of 4 out of 5 fire beetles, you had managed to tie up and restrain one, and after about a half hour of just trying to get it to calm down and soothe out, you've more or less gotten it tamed as best as you can. And so, what would y'all like to do?
Can we get a rest?
Oh, uh, Esteban, we are not getting anything from you, or I'm not.
I'm gonna ask the Vito. It's like, do you like the name Flamon? Is that okay? Do you like that name?
The feelers just kind of Don't know if that's a yes or a no. Seems kind of indifferent.
Okay, we're gonna stick with Flame On. That's your name.
I want to call it puke.
Roach.
Flame On.
Oh, this is just like, it's a beetle.
Yeah, he's your pet though.
All right, flame on it is.
This thing's gonna have like one serious identity issue when it's all these people calling it different names.
Well-
Connor, did you put it back on, or is it just not loading for me? Hang on.
Yeah, it's on.
Uh,
Yeah, I got it on the stream and everything. Everything's gone.
Okay, Jesus. Cool.
Very good. Got it?
Yep.
Cool. So, y'all take your mount, with now hands on the reins for you, Esteban. Or
Okay.
Nandor, rather. And is there anything else in this cave you would like to do? Or, because...
Is there anything interesting? Also, can I get some of the crystals without blowing it up?
Oh, yes, that's right. So, kind of with your experience with your rebar, you gather that the blunt force objects to try and break off pieces of the crystal are probably not a good idea. So you might need something a little more precise than your rebar.
Would a sword work?
A sword could definitely do. Go ahead and make an athletics as once more, because it's less about strength and more about using strength to do it precisely rather than just with brute force. So
Can Flame On give me advantage on this?
Flamon would not be able to give advantage on this. I will say, oh no, you're good. You don't even need.
There you go.
And are you trying to? Are you trying to get like a good big piece, a few small pieces?
A good amount to keep Flame On happy.
Okay. I'll say with an 18, you can probably get about I'll say 9 shards that are of a good enough size that you kind of like take off one chunk and then slowly start to shear off the uneven pieces of it and whatnot, and get a little bit of the smaller pieces at the bases as well, so that you have something that acts that is good enough for it.
Okay.
Let me create the item real quick. And while you are doing this, what is the rest of y'all doing? English.
I'm just kind of walking around, investigating, seeing what I can see. Nothing
Okay.
yet. Nothing yet.
All right, Ramos, anything for you in particular?
I'm trying to see some of the crystals to see if they can come in handy for later. So I'm gonna just take as many as I can and store them.
Okay. So I would like you to also roll me in athletics then, as you try and get some as well. And let me real quickly come down here. On my...
I'm
Oh,
vibing.
also, a nice little image of kind of this is what they show for their crystal cave in their image.
That's pretty cool.
I can't
That
see
is
it.
cool.
That
Por
sucks.
qué?
Oh, there it goes.
Ah, nice.
That's really cool.
Okay.
So where can we see these pictures after we clicked off of them? Because that's pretty cool.
I have them on my side.
Okay.
I mean, I can, download the pictures if you really want them and whatnot. So,
Screen background.
um,
Another time.
copy that. and paste it in here. Okay. Close. Cool. So Nandor, no. What'd you roll for your thing? 15.
15.
Okay. So with that, I will say you can get about 6 of these as well. So let
Cool.
me put this in your inventory. Boom for 1, and nope, too much. All right. So I put it into your item, into your loot. You'll just have to add the quantity for yourself. So it's 6 for Romas and 8 for you, Mr. Nandor. And with a few crystals cloven and gathered, you all begin to get yourselves ready. Um, Enough time between the animal handling and the gathering of crystals has passed that a short rest would have been available if anybody wanted to restore health with hit dice, because none of the activities were intensive enough. Um,
Sure.
I'm okay.
all right.
Actually, no, I'm fine. I'm fine. I'm fine.
Okay. Okay. Uh, so then in that case, you all begin to head up, and you come to find yourself that on this, I'm just going to move you real quick. Top side, there are 2 different pathways that you can take. One heading out this way, and one heading out this way. And that the steps that are here, kind of leading up to all of this, and the little bit of wall that has been built here, is very old, very worn down and dusty and things like that, as if it's used to be part of some sort of ancient plot. Uh,
What is this?
Let's not go this way.
but well, those are the steps leading up to this top area in general.
No.
Uh,
Oh my god.
so, uh,
Yeah, we're gonna
but
have to go
both of the
that way.
pathways kind of seem similar, so it's just kind of up to y'all which direction you would like to take.
I'm saying we go up, man.
Wait. Nandor, which way do you want to go?
You turn around and I'm not there anymore.
Nandor has gone off and on his own path somewhere.
Then I'm going the opposite way.
No,
All right,
no,
so
no.
you go this way.
Hey, can I? Okay, I finally.
So
I,
you see Ramos walk up and he's kind of by himself.
I kind of say, where's Nandor?
He's the other way.
Well, we kind of should be going the same way. You know what, guys? I'm really tired of your bickering. Can we get this together, please? I need. Follow me, Ramos. I'm not. Come here. Come here.
I'm in
Come
the
here.
next area. I'm in the next area. I'm in the next area.
I know. I got stuck behind this wall.
Right. So I'm gonna go ahead and activate, or well, I'm gonna preload this over here while y'all move yourselves, and then switch us back over to this now with Fire Beetle. Let me go ahead and add it for you. Boop. uh,
Welcome, Fire Beetle.
all right.
We lost Esteban.
Ooh. See, he went off on his own. Just
That's
happened
exactly what happens.
to
Yep.
die.
I disconnected again. Ha ha ha.
Welcome back, sir.
So adorable. Look at him.
So you kind of all have to jog up a little bit to catch up to Ramos, or Nandor, but you definitely see the glow of his fire beetle before you see him. And yeah, what? Go ahead.
Yep. No. About this time, I kind of sit. Hold on. I kind of step between Nandor and Ramos, and I look at both of them. I say, look, guys, We really got to focus on getting out of here, and the only way we're going to do this is if we stop bickering between each other. Can you guys make up, please? It's about time. I mean, it's got to stop. Can I, like, roll a persuasion or something?
Oh, this is player interaction. This is up to y'all.
I'm gonna punch you in the face.
Who, me or him?
Who are you punching?
Who do you think I'm punching?
Nandor.
Everybody's catching these hands. Everybody is catching these hands.
Okay, while Ramus tries to punch either me or Nandor, I want to try to grab his hand and firmly grip it if I can.
Hog time. Hog time.
So, Ramos, are you throwing hands?
No. I won't throw hands.
Ramus, I want you
This
to name.
time.
I want you to name 2 things that you like about Nandor. Okay. 2 things.
He can sing.
That's one. Come on, baby.
That's all I got. That's all I got.
Okay, all right, one thing. Nandor, I want you to say one thing nice about Ramus.
He's a cool dude. Darn know why he's so angry.
You see,
Because he's an idiot.
Okay, well now we're back to square one. So, look, you guys, we really need to get through this. Can we just shake hands and
I'm
make up?
trying to get us to survive together. Being smart.
As you say this, Ront kind of walks over to you, Ramos, and puts a hand on your shoulder and goes, "If I have to travel these tunnels with that walking blood feud over there, and I have not killed her yet, you can handle this elf. And when we get to the surface, if he still bothers you, then we will do something about it."
Actually, I kind of agree with him.
All right, Ron. How about we just kill them now and be done with them? Just kidding. Just kidding. Just kidding. Just kidding.
I get my fucking magic ready.
What magic? Ah. Fine.
Okay.
I'll only protect him as far as I can. Just keep him away.
Okay, can I make a minor illusion, basically like a cube, like where he's standing essentially, like complete darkness?
So you can make the minor illusion of it, but you can't actually impede his vision without the darkness spell. Like it'll be like a 50% opaque, veil of darker, but it won't actually blind him.
Okay,
And
what
then
if I
that's
put it
my
around his
perception
head?
check.
It'll be the same because it's minor illusion. It's not darkness because there is a spell for darkness. So
Then never mind.
I believe in a thing called love. Just as the rhythm of my heart. This bard doesn't even sing.
So with at least the grievances momentarily set aside for at least the sake of the surface, you all collect yourselves, kind of eyeing each other a little bit. Definitely not a trusted adventuring party that spent years together. Definitely a band of prisoners who just escaped prison surviving. But you all make your way forward.
I'm still riding Flame on, so.
Correct. Yeah, I assume so.
And I just go,
And
fuck.
And I'm content with all of this. So
right. As you say that, Ront actually begins to teach you the Orcish word for fuck, just so you can know it in another language, as some kind of a distraction type deal.
Speaking
And
Elvish. Let's say this bitch.
and what is that word, Matt?
That word is Gondrak.
Godrak. I like it.
uh, and it has just as many uses. Uh, uh,
Let's
and
get the Godraken out of here.
you all push forward, frustrated a bit, just kind of having a day that's started with on and off sleep in uncomfortable places, crazy terror led to infighting, crystal caves and strange ruins. The Underdark is definitely not a place any of y'all have enjoyed for your time being here. But it does provide some nice, surprising company occasionally. A nice new mount slash pack mule. And so you move forward, at least slowly adapting to this strange terrain around you. Uh, are we going in any particular order? Because I know you are riding your flame boy, flame on.
Flamon can take the lead.
Yeah, with
Me and Ronce will
Nandor.
take the back.
All right, all right.
Ronce and I will take the back.
So I'm gonna set y'all up here, you two back here. Anywhere in particular for you up front in the middle, Mr. Man? Uh, Cragor.
Tregor.
Right next to Darendelle, my boy.
All right. With Eldith just kind of chilling a little up with y'all as you two trail a little bit behind by about 10 feet. Giving space between you and the sources of current day frustration. But Nandor, with you up in the lead, I would like you to make me a survival check, as you are now leading the party through the.
Can I get advantage because of Flamon? Since he knows the
Flamon
tunnel?
doesn't really. I will alter the DC, but no advantage. All right, still a good check for you. So you
Not bad.
kind of lead Flame on a little bit, but you also kind of give a little bit of trust to him to let him move forward, and you start to over the course of the next 3-4 hours as y'all travel, start to pick up these little bits of habits from Flame on, where he will start to get a little more skittish, and his feelers will start to move a little bit more as he tries to start to feel along the walls, and you start to pick up the idea of okay, if he starts to get like this, that's whenever I need to give him a crystal.
Okay.
So but towards about 3 to 4 hours he starts to get that way. So you use one of the crystals to give it to him and everything, and as you go, there is not really too much in terms of actual sound. It is still silent aside from the bits of footsteps. Uh, and Ramas, you in the back, I would like you to make me a perception check. All right, all right.
Not
As
bad.
you're kind of back there with the um, dancing lights still trailing behind the group, providing a nice little bit of illumination, you do have a brief moment where you think you see this something flit across. Uh, it looks small, but you weren't sure if it was an animal or a creature or a person. But it looked like something might have been back there trailing for a little bit and then dashed across and hit off.
Probably nothing.
So you keep kind of moving forward, keeping half an eye behind you as well, uh, and you all push on for a good another few hours with these faint bits of light, these faint echoes, until you all start to feel this this parchness to you. Uh, and while you have the ripple bark available, speaking of, you are getting that hunger as well from traveling with keeping an eye on your food to make sure you run out. So imagine, food is traded amongst everybody. It will take one, two, three, four, five, 6 pieces of ripple bark if somebody with that in their inventory wants to remove it. Actually, I think Eldith has 7.
I've got
She does.
19.
So I'll just remove 6 from Eldith for now, so you don't have to worry about it. Because she
Okay.
also doesn't have a handmade sash out of her shirt to keep it all in. So she uses her bit to give everybody a little bit of food. However, you all have not had anything to drink for the day. You have been traveling, and you haven't had any liquid or anything pop up yet. So, as begins to get towards the end of the day, you are all feeling that thirst, that parchness in your throat and across your lips.
Is there any water, or can we hear any water flowing from any of the sides from us?
Roll me a perception.
Can I roll the perception as a wanderer?
If you want, you can make me a separate survival skill for yourself, and the DC will change because of your wonder thing. Because for the wanderer, it's if the land provides.
So just a normal survival?
Yes. And perception from you, Ramos. Nice.
We have some good rolls tonight, Ramos.
Right? So.
Would you
Only one I
say
need.
that?
'Cause that's what I do. That's what I do, Nandor.
You make the dumb decisions, he says the dumb things, and then I gotta clean up everything. So that's the dynamic here.
So Ramos, you go and kind of begin to listen, trailing a little bit to put some distance between yourself and the others. While Craigor, you begin to look for signs of dampness along the walls, and you don't find any at first, but Ramos, you catch this very faint sound in the distance that is almost like rushing water, but not quite as intense as it, like a full-blown river. And kind of pointing it out to Ramos, you both narrow it down to one pathway that leads out, and you begin to follow it further down, and you can start to see the moistness across the cavern walls as they get a little bit more slick, and you can see these faint little pools forming at the edges of the cave walls itself along the base, where there's a slight slant downward leading towards this whatever water source that is there.
Flame on. We need the light.
I thought you were going to try to flame on there for a second.
I'm calling him by the name so he doesn't get confused later in life when we need him.
As he says flame on, I kind of go, oh. just in preparation.
Just get a brief moment of, oh geez.
Are you setting yourself on fire? Okay.
Sometimes that's just what you gotta do, alright? You need a little light, and you're the most reliable that there is.
This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine.
So you continue heading down the slant. and towards the whatever source that you hope is here. And as you continue down, you can now see, thanks to the light up ahead, and also Nandor, riding atop this thing, you have the clear view up ahead as well. Uh, as you begin to come up across a very nice area. Let me see if it'll load up for y'all.
I'm good.
And all good. Excellent. Uh, so
Tiny.
Oh boy.
you all come in, and you can see that the vision splits a little bit as the cave kind of branches down two pathways. And if you want, you can move yourselves forward a bit as you step into here. And as you come in, the cave itself widens out. Doo-doo. Uh, and you can see a old, similar in age and scope to the crystal caves, as you see the stairs leading down, and you can see that you are on a higher point that does this not have its walls in it? No, it does. Okay.
I'm on the, I'm in
Ramos,
the
this
water.
is no time to swim.
Ramos, you decided to step all the
Okay,
way
there you go.
off.
There you go.
He's so excited for the water. From the water, he just jumps in.
Whoa!
I was like, how do I get back up? How do I get back up? It's not letting me get back up.
Boy, you really are thirsty.
Super parched.
As you all come in, you find yourself on about a 15-foot ledge, high rise, compared to the rest of this cavern, overlooking a deep pool that is mostly filled with skeletons of all sizes, of all sorts of manners of creatures. And you can see that there are a little bit closer to the edges, some smaller pools that are formed from like natural indentions in the cave that don't have the
Taste
as
the bones.
murky color as that center pool that is filled. And you can see that the pile that is there extends upward and breaches the surface of the water, creating about a 5-foot wide, tall mound on top of the or in the water itself, because of just how many there are here. And yeah.
Andor, you're coming with me. We're coming to get good water, and we're not searching the bones.
I think I'll search the bones.
God. We're not searching the bones.
Nah, I think I want to
Esteban, we
search the
can't.
bones.
Hey, Esteban.
No,
we-
no, no, no,
Okay,
no,
there you
no,
go,
no,
there you go,
no, 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 I'm not doing that.
All right, so
I don't
Roman-
trust that water for a fucking reason.
Okay, I won't search the
I don't
bones.
trust the dead bodies for a reason.
Is there anything?
Water.
I might have
The
missed the
water.
description. Is there anything above us
We don't
that
have
we
a
can
filter.
see?
So looking up, you kind of search across the roof and the ceiling, and go ahead and roll me a perception.
I'll also do that.
God damn.
Oh, this is not good.
And Andor, you said you were as well?
Yeah, if it'll fucking let me.
Oh, gotcha.
Okay,
Yeah.
there you go. There you go, there you go, there you go. Oof.
You're welcome.
Ramos.
So, Romus, and
That
where
looks
are
good to
you?
me!
Also, 'cause,
Smack and smack.
I forgot to do it since
What
you
was
didn't
that
have a
for?
shift in the morning as well, Cragor. While you're looking up and you're seeing this cavern kind of go upward in this concave nature, it kind of gets lost in a little bit of shadow and stalactites. Would you describe your character as well? Because I forgot to get to you since you didn't have a shift this morning.
Well, yes. My name is Cragor Theron. I am over 100 years old. I've lost count of my age, my days now as I grow old. My life was somewhat tragic. I lost my sister to a mistake that my father made. That's all I really want to get into about that right now. But ever since I've been on the run, I've lived a life of debauchery and tried to make the best of my situation while helping the less fortunate and also looking out for number one. I've gotten myself into some trouble and thrown into the Underdark for well, that's yet to come up, and we'll talk about that later. But that I'm also 6'1". My skin is a little purple because I'm as a drow as I am. I also have salt and pepper black hair, and yeah, I'm very lanky and athletic. That's how I'll describe my character.
And if you
And
couldn't tell,
I've also got one eye. Oh, I don't know if
just
you
got a
noticed.
headache all the time. So
I don't know if you
He
noticed.
just has a really bad headache over this eye.
Wow.
So, you are kind of looking up, and Ramos, are you staying up on the side right now, or were you coming down to visit one of the pools?
I was staying right there for a little bit, then going to the pool.
Okay. So while you're there, it's kind of like a chain reaction. Kragor, you look up first. Nander, you see him look up, so you look up next. And then Ramos, you're like, what are y'all looking up at? And you look up, and they don't see it, but thanks to the dancing lights that Kragor, I imagine, is slowly sending up there, you do see kind of in between the stalactites, thanks to where you're standing, there is an old, what looks to be like chiseled hole that is up there as well. It is blends in with all the stalactites up there, so it would have been hard to see, especially without the dancing lights sent up there. But you do see that there is some sort of possible chute that maybe these bodies were thrown down from. You don't know where from, but it does look like it was some sort of chute that leads into this as well.
I knew it.
These bodies were
Beautiful
tossed.
face.
These bodies were tossed down here.
I want to search the
Don't
bones.
trust it.
Okay. Nandor, are you staying up top?
Yep.
All right. Ramos, since you said you were coming down, I'm going to move you about right over here, unless there's somewhere else in particular you would like to be, as you wanted to come down. Okay. And Kragor, you can move yourself as well.
Oh, don't hate me,
In the
guys.
boons.
I know you already do, but let's go.
So
I'll come get you.
I know
and
you will.
Also make
That's why I'm
me
doing it.
a investigation check for me as you begin to search through the bones for things of interest.
I'm whispering to myself. Ooh, nice. Just whispering to myself, this is something Dandor would do.
Well, he's not, so I'm taking his place.
So
Surrounded.
it's that elven blood in them, dude. It just makes them do reckless things.
I'm just curious. I'm just curious.
Okay.
I'm
So-
calling. As soon as we
So
get
they're
out of here, I'm using a warhawk to call your cousin Legolas to get you.
I see a
Both of
pile of
you.
bones. I need to see what's in the bones, okay?
Okay. So this is going on. I'm literally just fucking music in my head, just like fucking
Kind of
feeling it,
zoning out,
vibing.
just like, yeah, I've got this thing. It's warm
He's
between my
vibing.
legs. It's nice. Because you
Just
do
vibing,
notice
dude.
Snake.
I'm
that
vibing, bro.
Flamon, he is like a really nice seat warmer. Your whole underside is just toasty.
You guys want to
But
ride this?
Gross.
you begin to search through the bodies and everything, trying to see what you can find. And as you do so, you can see that amongst the bodies there are occasional bits of like really old decayed armor or clothing that has, uh, bit just fallen apart over time. You notice that some of these bones belong to creatures that you can recognize, some belong to creatures you've never seen. There are these occasional bones that look like they used to belong to giants in there as well, like this much larger skull about the size of your chest. And so you continue to kind of look through, and as you do, you can see like it's like up to your ankles as you're kind of wading through it, but you can see very faintly beneath a lot of the bones there are this little bit of glimmer off of the dancing lights kind of floating around you, and there's definitely something deeper beneath these bones. Oh
I'm
yeah.
on my way.
And I move over here.
I'm on my way.
But it's shiny.
Well, Nandor, before you can get that far,
Okay.
you're probably about this far with your beetle. I'm gonna put you like that for riding him. There is this sound that you, Craigor, hear first. This as all of a sudden bones within here begin to shift, and as they do so, you can see slowly rising out of these areas. There are
Yep.
a few
Always
figures
something.
that begin to come
Way to
out.
go. Way to go. I told you guys. I'm here to clean it up. Let's go. Where they at?
And
Oh, Jesus.
this is where we're gonna pick up next time.
Are you kidding me?
Oh,
Are you
no.
Oh, yeah.
I want to fight now. I am fighting now.
See, if we fight
I got
now,
time
my
for this.
the session's probably gonna go to about 4.5 hours.
Oh.
So that's
Hey, you guys
why.
want to go 4.5 hours?
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
I'm tired.
Well, guys.
Yeah.
So, good luck, and I'll
Uh.
pass it on to you, Connor,
Okay.
for closing.
Well, thanks, Matt. I appreciate that. Hey, guys, thank you so much for joining us on Heathens and Heroes Episode 4. If you liked what you saw, please remember to follow us on Twitter. Helps us out a lot. Actually, I'll put it at the bottom here just so we can kind of have everybody there. But it is at twitter.com/heathensheroes. That's HeathensHeroes. You can find out when we're going to be online, when we're going to be streaming. We might have some special guests at some point lined up down the road. You can find out when they're going to be on. Also, just to keep in contact with us, let us know what you guys think about the show. Let us know what we can improve. Let us know anything, really. It's a good way to let us know. Also, you can join our Discord if someone wants to throw that link in there. That'd be great. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. We really appreciate it. I'm gonna send it over to Trent for any last. Troy. I'm sorry, Troy, for any
I was
last.
like, who's that?
Trent, where you at? Troy, please, if you want to say
Trent?
anything to the lovely audience here about what you got going on.
So, as much as I got going on, I got some cool swag again from the Sad Ghouls Club. From Effie Borden, check her out. Check her on Etsy. Sad Ghouls Club, new sweaters for the winter. Awesome, they're gonna be great. It kept me warm right now. Other than that, again, thanks for coming out. Thanks for watching us. This really helps us. We really appreciate it. You guys are what fuels us to do this, and what fuels Esteban to do stupid stuff and me to clean it up. So, love you guys as always.
Well,
Thank you.
I will say, pardon me. I will say that I was the last one to do a stupid thing. So, but that's nice of you too, cleaning that up. I appreciate it. Esteban, do you have anything you want to say?
Just make sure to follow her, dude. That's about it. Again,
Kind of quiet.
Turn it up. Turn it up.
Just
There
tweet
he
at
is.
us, honestly. Tell us what you like. Show us your fan art or whatever. Like, seriously, like anything helps. Like, this gets like the only way that this is gonna grow is if you guys like it's gonna
Spread the
get spread
word.
by word. Like by you guys telling your friends to come and watch, that would help a lot. Or about the YouTube channel or any of that stuff. It really helps. So
We
you
we
never
can
know.
only do so much. We can only do so much. We rely on you guys for more help. So
Yep.
much appreciated.
Matt, do you have anything you want to say for the end?
I just posted up our YouTube link. So as he mentioned, so you can go give that some love. Let other people give it some love. I should have episode 3 up soon, and episode 4 should hopefully be up by Saturday. That is the goal, so people can watch it over the weekend. And I feel like there was something else I had thought of, but I don't remember it. So I'm gonna leave it there.
I will say that I have recently made Matt an editor on my channel, so now he will have quicker access to the episodes. They will be uploaded as soon as he gets them up. I've had trouble like kind of uploading them and sending them over to Matt, so appreciate your patience on that. But yeah,
3 to
look
4
forward.
hour episodes.
Yeah. Look forward to those being up on the YouTube very soon. Other than that, that's all I got for me. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you for following. Thank you for everything. Please follow. It's very important that you guys do follow our Twitter if you can, because we might be changing where we're going to air this next week, and possibly for the future as well. So please look out for that. We might be airing it on Esteban's channel. We might even be starting our own channel here pretty soon, but just keep an eye out for that, and we'll see you guys on the next one. Thank you guys so much. We really do appreciate it. If you guys will stick around, please, I'm going to start a raid on one of our favorite channels here. A fellow by the name of Jim Tasty does great work. Good friend of ours. Again, thank you guys so much for watching, and we will see you on the next one. Take care, guys.
Peace.
Bye.